true name of God, thrummed with energy. It was said that the ring granted dominion over spirits, binding them to the will of its bearer. Solomon hesitated. Could it be that the labor of men was meant to fail? Could it be that the temple must be built by those who once dwelled in heaven? With a deep breath, he pressed the ring to the stone and uttered the words only he knew. The earth trembled. A crack split the temple floor, and from the darkness below, a figure emerged in chains of light. Asmodeus, prince of the fallen, keeper of forbidden desire. Asmodeus rose, his celestial form twisted, yet his eyes still bore the sorrow of an angel long cast down. He glared at Solomon, but the binding held firm.
You dare summon me, son of David?
The demon growled, his voice like the rumble of a distant storm. Solomon stood firm. I am not here to torment you, Asmodeus. You will aid me in the construction of God's temple. The demon laughed, a sound laced with bitterness.
The irony, Lucifer's fallen host, forced to build the house of the Lord. You mock me, King of Wisdom.
Solomon did not waver. You will not build it alone. You and your kin will raise the stones, carve the gold, and sanctify what was once lost. And in doing so, you may yet remember the light you have forsaken. For a moment, Asmodeus hesitated. A flicker of his former self stirred deep within. He beheld the workers, the struggling men, the devotion in their eyes. He saw the futility of their efforts, the imperfections of their fragile forms. A thought crept into his mind.
Could we have been wrong?
Just as the thought took hold, the air shuddered with a dark whisper.
Remember who you are.
A shadow slithered from the cracks of the earth, and from it, Azazel and Belial emerged. Their wings, still blackened with the fire of their fall, stretched high as they stepped onto sacred ground. Azazel, the smith of war, grinned.
Solomon's pet, how far you have fallen.
Belial, the whisperer, leaned in.
Do you not see? The ring binds you, but you are still one of us. Lucifer has not forgotten you.
Asmodeus shook, his form wavering. Memories of the war in heaven filled his mind. The moment of defiance, the fall, the anger, the loss. His lips parted, and for the first time, Solomon saw true hesitation in a demon's eyes.
Break your chains.
Azazel commanded.
Together, we shall tear down the temple before it is ever completed.
Solomon felt the shift in Asmodeus. He saw the war waging within the demon's soul. For a moment, he pitied him. Then, he raised the ring. With a shout, he summoned the archangel Michael. A blinding light split the sky, and Michael descended, his fiery sword illuminating the temple. Azazel and Belial roared in fury. The battle shook the heavens. Michael's blade clashed against Azazel's iron. Solomon wove spells of binding, forcing the demons back. Asmodeus fought within himself, torn between the past and the present.
Choose, Asmodeus,
Solomon shouted. Break your chains and fall forever, or stand and build what you have destroyed. With a cry that echoed across worlds, Asmodeus turned on his brethren. He struck Belial down, driving him back into the abyss. Azazel snarled, retreating.
This is not over.
With the power of the ring and the might of Michael, bearing two more with the seal of King Solomon, with a six-pointed star engraved on them, Solomon bound Azazel and Belial into rings, just as he had done with Asmodeus. The three rings, now containing the fallen princes, shone with an eerie glow. Solomon lifted them, knowing that his kingdom was forever changed. With the labor of men and fallen alike, the first temple was completed, a place where heaven and earth met, built by those who had known both. Asmodeus, still bound, stood atop the final stone, gazing over the city. He did not speak. Solomon stood beside him. It is finished. The demon only whispered.
For now.
Solomon stood alone in the great hall of his palace, the air thick with the acrid scent of burning incense. The torches lining the marble walls flickered uneasily, as if the very flames recoiled from what was about to be revealed. He had spent his life gathering wisdom, ruling with divine favor, and constructing a temple that was meant to be the dwelling place of the Most High. And yet, the enemy had built its own dominion, hidden in the shadows of his court. The words of the dying demon echoed in his mind.
Fool, you think this victory, your kingdom is already mine.